Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well and welcome to what should be a really interesting and, if we can get it all working, important war games. Before we get into what we're doing today, let's just go back to last week. We did this war games. Could US stealth aircraft operate in eastern Ukraine with impunity? We wanted to see if the US stealth planes, the Raptor, the F-35, could go into Ukraine, fight Russian air superiority fighters, the Su-35, and basically destroy them without losses or without even being seen. And we got some really interesting results. The keyword here is hugely improved. And if you haven't watched this, please do go and watch this. This is not clickbait. I know the picture looks like it is, but this is really good stuff. We're finally getting these modern 5th gen fighters to work properly in the simulator for the first time. At the end of that battle, the follow-up was, of course, well, what if Russia, instead of using its Su-35s, brought its brand new 5th gen aircraft out to play? The Su-57 Felon. How would that cope with the American F-22s, the American F-35s, with the way we've now got things set up all working properly? So that's what we'll look at today. So we needed to find a little bit about the Felon. On this website here, aerotime.aero, and this is pretty much corroborated throughout the internet. There are only 15 or 16 Su-57 Felon airframes in existence, and I don't understand why there are so few. This aircraft first flew 12 or 13 years ago, and there are only 16 airframes in existence. Apparently, only 5 actually battle capable. Why has it taken so long to get so few airframes out, especially with their apparent lack of stealth, as we'll talk about later? Well, that's a question for you guys, valued viewers. You let me know. Personally, I would have thought they would have had 50 out now, but...
I mean, I could tell you what, Cap.
Send.
Ever since the 2014 annexation of Crimea, there's been heavy sanctions on Russia, and that put a heavy damper on their next-generation weapons programs.
The way it looks here, it looks like it's pretty much cancelled because they've made none of them, Grump.
Additionally, with the rise of Airbus, and Brazil's made a huge splash in the commercial air market. Russia's once like staple of you either buy an American-built airplane for commercial use or a Russian-built airplane for commercial use. Even that's gone. Brazil's a much larger player in the commercial airplane market than Russia is these days.
And to today's battle. Now, before we look at the tactical map, I need to explain exactly what's going on with the aircraft involved today and how we've made them much more realistic. So it's important that I explain these things to you for everything to make sense and for the fight to have provenance. Aircraft involved today: America's F-35A Lightning, F-22A Raptor, Russia's Su-57 Felon. We've removed the radars that are in these aircraft as standards, and we've replaced them with our GR AESA analog radar. It's a radar designed to mimic modern AESA radars, a detection range of over 100 miles on non-stealth fighter-sized targets, the ability to lock and fire on at about 90 miles. That's the first step. The second step, radar detectability, is critical. We've set the 2 American jets up at 0.005 meters squared. That is pretty much the actual radar cross-section of the Lightning. The Raptors is actually a bit smaller, but the game doesn't really accept any less than this anyway, so we've put them both as that. That, as far as the sim is concerned, is true stealth. Su-57, I actually thought this was designed to be a stealth fighter. If you look at it, it looks like a stealth. But according to you guys, this is very important. On the previous video that we did, I said we would be introducing the Su-57, and I asked you guys, tell me, what is the radar cross-section of the Su-57? It's very important to the outcome of any battle. Did we get it modeled right? I read all 500 comments on this video here, and you guys came back to me with predictions of between 0.1 meters squared, which is moderately stealthy, all the way up to 1 meter squared, which is not stealthy at all. It's maybe low visibility, but not stealthy. That's still a big range. Some of you then pointed me towards a published Russian patent for the Su-57, which specifies its radar cross-section as between 0.1 meter squared to 1 meter squared. So that's something in paper, in apparent fact, that we have to work with. Now, I can't use a range of radar cross-sections. I have to have a single coefficient value. So based on what you said there, I've chosen as the average frontal radar cross-section of 0.2 meters squared. That is not a stealth aircraft. It is not a stealth radar cross-section. It is a low visibility aircraft, and it will make it much harder to see on radar, but it's not stealth like this. It will still be seen at range, and we'll go into that in a minute. But that's what we've decided on as a radar cross-section, as evidence provided by you guys, the valued viewers, who essentially control what's going on here. And the third aspect, missiles. We need the missiles to work about right for these fights to work. We've scratched the missiles that come with these planes. They're just not particularly realistic, or relevant maybe is a better word. These two guys here, we've added the AIM-120D. It's a missile that we've made ourselves. It's not perfect. Nothing here is perfectly realistic, but it's close enough for what we're doing. It has a range of about 90 miles, although you can blow it over 100 miles in perfect parameters. And the Russian aircraft. This one, as standard, actually came with something called an R-77M. This is a very modern Russian missile they're developing for this aircraft here. However, a little bit of examination on the internet shows that this missile isn't in service. In fact, I'm not even sure they finished prototyping it, and we don't think it's actually being built. So we've scrapped what we believe is a fictitious R-77M, and we've gone back to what we know they do have as the top tech in Russia at the moment that they're equipping to aircraft, and that is the R-77-1, the improved Adder, with a range of about 70 miles. We've had to make that for it. So, to reiterate, radars, we've got about right. Radar cross-sections, we've got as best we can do with the information available. And the missiles, we've got about right. But for these modern fights that we do to have provenance, I need to prove them to you. So I need to run a couple of very quick simulations, and then I promise we'll get on with the main fight. First, I want to show you where we are with our improved Adder, R-77-1 at the moment. I want to make sure that you're relatively happy with the progress that we're making. We're not making any obvious mistakes. We have a target drone up here, an F-15 that is literally a target drone flying in very good parameters of high and fast. We have a Felon here, many miles away. Let's see what happens. He's set to fire at maximum range, maximum skill level, blah, 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 blah. Everything's kind of optimum pretty much. There's the first shot, R-77-1 out at 64 nautical miles, about 80 stat shoot miles. Hopefully you'll be happy with that. Here comes the missile. You'll note we've got the proper model working now. It looks about right. Up it goes. It's going to reach about, well, let's see. It reached about 2,500 knots. I think that's about Mach 4, just below, in nearly ideal parameters. And it should go down the track and hit him, I imagine. Another one out. It's got the right warhead size on and everything like that. It should track about right. And he's not going to try and dodge because he is a drone. And I can't even see where he's gone anyway. Boom, got him. Oh, he did dodge. How about that? We still hit him. Let us know if you've got any problems with that. But I'm pretty happy with it. Next, and the most important thing today, we need to check what happens if we fight one Raptor versus one Felon in perfect conditions. AI, everything set up equally. So we've got that here. The fighting altitude set to AI, the maximum skill level. This guy's got AIM-120Ds. This guy's got his R-77-1. So let's see what happens, because this is critical to how the radars are reacting with the radar cross-sections. I can't really tell you when they can see each other, because only they know that, but I can tell you when they can fire at each other, and that's, I guess, pretty critical here. So there we go, at which point the radar is strong enough to get a lock on that radar cross-section to fire the missile. Okay, so the AESA radar in the Raptor can get a lock and fire at 38 nautical miles. Let's say 40 miles between friends. Su-57 with actually the same radar in DCS. We just use one generic AESA radar for all modern aircraft. Is he even going to fire? Yes, he is. Stop there. Can only fire at 15 nautical miles. So, to reiterate, Raptor, with these settings we've got here, can see Felon at 40 miles and fire at him at 40 miles. Felon can only see Raptor with its smaller radar cross-section at 15 miles. I'm pretty sure that is pretty close to real life. And on to today's battle. Sorry that took so long, but again, it's really important that you guys have provenance so you know what's going on here. This is not just fun now. This is actually trying to simulate something near real life. So, we've got Russia. There, we've got Crimea there, we've got Ukraine here. This isn't really about the Ukrainian war per se, it's more about generic Russian equipment versus American equipment. And, you know, this might happen in real life if you believe what Biden's saying. So, watch this space. Guys, there is the Russian-Ukrainian border. Here is a ground target. It's 50 Russian T-90 tanks. They're basically just a token target. They don't really mean anything, but they're the target for today. The Americans are coming in with 4 F-35A stealth aircraft. They are coming in with bombs, concealed bombs in stealth configuration, and a couple of AMRAAMs of self-defense. The pylons will not be there, and they will be in stealth radar cross-section. They are AI set to maximum skill level, and 4 of those will go in from 200-ish miles and bomb those tanks. That's their job today. Obviously, the Russians have got to stop them. They are protected by 6 F-22A Raptors. 4 of the Raptors are AI set to max skill level. They are equipped with 6 AIM-120Ds and 2 AIM-9X Block 2s with lock-on after launch or the DCS simulation of it. Again, pylons will not be there, they will be in stealth config. They are tasked with escorting the bombers and protecting the bombers for 210 miles. That's pretty much it. Also, AI are only so good in DCS. You all know that by now. They sort of run at a target and either die or survive, and that's what they do. Humans, much more interesting. My humans today on my American side are Grump and Violet Moon. Say hello.
Hello. Hello.
Equipped with the same, and your job is the same, guys. Protect the F-35s. There is some roleplay for you guys. If you look on my map, and you will see this on your F-10 map. If you look at the red dotted line, roleplay stipulates you are not allowed past the red dotted line. There is a reason for that, a game restriction, and that is that in real life, these S-400s will pick you up at a certain distance, 20, 30 miles, I don't know what it is. In game, it's not working at the moment. They just won't pick you up. It's a bug, and we're trying to get it fixed, but it's just not that easy. So for that role play, don't go beyond that dotted line, because in real life you would almost certainly be detected by those S-400s and probably shot at some point, even in stealth. Again, also we've got a Russian AWACS here. He will pick you up about 50, 60 miles. So for the same reason, don't go past that dotted line or you'll be seen, and you'll get other stuff coming to shoot you down. Otherwise, you can do really whatever you want. You can go high, you can go low, you can go left, you can go right, and protect those F-35s. That's a critical thing, okay, guys? Oh, and you've got an AWACS, but it's in the middle of Ukraine. Even at the reduced 0.2 meters squared, you're probably not going to see the Felons on there. I should say that you do have your data link screen, your F10 screen on today, and it will show you whatever your data link and your AWACS will show you. And onto the Russians. AWACS and S-400 sites, but again, they're almost certainly not going to pick anything up because of the reasons that I've said. And we've got our Felons. We've got what appears to be the only 5 Felons in existence. Oops, I've put too many in. I'm going to reduce that. No, well, you know what? I'm going to go 6. I'm going to say there's an extra one there just to make it an even fight of 6 on 6. We've got 3 AI Su-57s, which are going to be max skill level, blah, blah, blah. They're going to have going in fully concealed stealth, quote unquote, configuration with R77-1s, 4 in the belly, and 2 improved adders, the equivalent of the American AIM-9X. I do have the option to have missiles on these pylons here. However, if I do that, I'm going to have to really turn the radar cross-section up even higher than 0.2. So I figured let's keep it in stealth-ish configuration at 0.2. They will take off and just fly towards the known target and try and protect them. That's literally their only job. And of course, we've got 3 humans. We've got an odd number of humans today, and I really want to fly something today, and I really want to try flying one of these. So I'm going to go on this side today. We've got Cap, Simba, Cannibal. Say hello, boys.
Hello, boys.
Hello. Okay, that's us, and we're going to go in the same configuration. That's pretty much it. We can do anything we want. We're not restricted by any geography. We can follow the AI if we want, or we can flank around the side. We can go high, we can go low. We'll decide that as we're going. But it's critically important to understand the Raptor can see the Su-57, as we saw back there. The Su-57 cannot see the Raptor, or not until we're super close. So we've got a plan based on that. That's it, guys. We want to see, can Su-57s with a realistic configuration protect Russia from US 5th gen, what appears to be superior technology? We've not run this yet, but any predictions, guys?
America.
USA.
Some will go to
USA.
battle. Some will not make it home.
Geopolitics aside, I sort of want the Russians to win a bit, just, for something different for once, but I can't see any way that they can win. But we're going to give it our dang best shot. Stand by. We're in. Valued viewers, this should be a really important, good match. I hope this all works. And I'm pausing. 3, 2, 1, go. Oof. Right, there are our AI guys. We're going to let them up first because, as you all know by now, humans do not interact with AI very well. There is Simba and there is Cannibal. Why am I so high? Are you guys really high? I am.
Yep, I think it's has to do with the placement of the cockpit so that it doesn't interact with the 3D model.
Well, that man's head. Okay, we're going, guys. Cap, stepping on it. Right, must not interact. I always say, valued viewers, if you kind of follow our videos, that AI do not interact with humans very well. It's basically what humans do with Bond to bully AI. It's going to get worse as technology gets more and more. Look, their little nozzles are spinning. Oh, yeah, this does actually have thrust vector in this plane, doesn't it, guys? I think thrust vector is such it's almost a 90s thing, a 90s to early 2000 thing. It's almost obsolete now, valued viewers. I mean, it looks cool and it sells clickbait, thumbbait videos and stuff like that. But in real combat, it's not that useful anymore with the invention of lock-on after-launch missiles like the AIM-9X Block 2. You just don't need to maneuver anymore, really, unless you're going to have to do a gun skill, which is so unlikely nowadays. This is our first game, valued viewers. We've come a long way in 7 years. It's our first game with Felons in a realistic configuration. They should work about right. They should fly about right. They should be detectable about as close as we can get to real life, you know, with public knowledge. Their missiles are going to work about as close as we can get with public knowledge. This is all, in terms of any simulation in the public sphere, should be as realistic as we can possibly make it, which is, for me, is really exciting. Like I said, it's taken a long time and a lot of war games to get here, and the thing is, it takes these multiplayer war games to actually do this. Multiplayer works differently to single player and DCS, valued viewers. You've got to do these big war games that you can't rehearse, you've just got to do them. That's how we learn what works and what doesn't.
Okay, so once we reach waypoint 1, we're going to head general direction 190 towards roughly the west of where we expect the Felons to come in from. Yep.
Pretty much going to follow AI. We've got, you know, I said the distances are big today, guys, so there's a lot of flying before we see combat. Right, gear up. Does anyone know what state our flaps are in? Standard.
I'm not sure. I'm just going to put them up just in case.
Yeah, same. Okay, it appears to be auto anyway. Guys, go into BVR now before you forget to keep your radar off. Radar off. In real life, valued viewers, this is one weakness we have in DCS. A real AESA radar is technically not detectable from ELINT, or to an extent. In game, they are detectable from ELINT and AESA radar. That is a problem we have. I don't have any solution for that. Hence, we will have to keep our radars off. Also, things like HAZ are not modelled in game. So there will always be weaknesses like that. There's my boys. Hey, boys. Right, guys, so we've got to really think what we're going to do here. Let me just trim a plane and get him roughly set up.
I would like to patrol Crimea by myself. Try and come in on the back door. So once you call an attack, I will head north and try and come in from the back.
All right.
Because they don't have radars in the back.
Go ahead then, Simba. Keep your nose cold, obviously, so they don't spot you. Myself and Cannibal, in that case, will go in the front door, roughly with our guys, with our AI, but we'll come in. We will cruise with them, but we'll go in differently when we get there. So, to reiterate, valued viewers, we're not sure when these planes can detect each other, but we do know that the Raptor can fire at this aircraft at 40 miles. We know this aircraft can fire at a Raptor at 15 miles. That's a factor of 3 difference. That's a really important difference. And we're going to assume that the radar detection range is a little bit above that. It's usually about 10% to 20% above that. So we're probably going to see them at 20 miles. They're probably going to see us at 50, maybe even 60 miles. That's all very important stuff. Right, another thing, valued viewers, and I forgot to warn the boys about this, is fuel. Fuel in DCS is modelled, I mean, it's not super realistic, but it's near enough. So the Raptors have got to be careful. They've got to make sure they're super cruise, and I forgot to warn them about that, which is annoying. In fact, I might just switch over to their channel, guys, and just warn them. Comcheck, Blue Guys.
What's up?
I forgot to say, guys, we're going 200 miles, so fuel is a factor. Super cruise, don't use your burner until combat, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Copy.
Okay, I just went in and warned them that we shouldn't be using burner. Now, a lot of people say these are super efficient planes in terms of fuel, especially the Lightning, and they are, compared with legacy planes, but not when you turn your afterburner on. I can guarantee that. They become incredibly inefficient. So only use your burner during kind of emergency moves and combat and stuff like that. That said, guys, I can't really remember how to fly this plane. Does anyone remember where their fuel gauge is, or if there is even a fuel gauge here? Or are we flying blind?
I think everyone studied it.
We have a working data link in this Su-57 valued viewers. It's there. So if our AWACS screen here... Okay, yeah, so we're not detecting any American planes, and I don't think we're going to detect any American planes on that SA screen today until we highlight them with our radar, if we get that chance. I should say one more thing, valued viewers. This aircraft does have a kind of forward-looking infrared doodah here, IRST, electro-optical sensor. so we will be able to use that. We will be able to find them through their heat. However, its range is minimal, maybe max of 20 miles if you're lucky. So we've got Simba heading west to Crimea. Where are our AI? That's our AI. I don't want to get ahead of them. I want them to be the buffer. They're at 4,000 feet. I don't know why they're so low. I'm slowing down and finding our AI friend. There he is. Has anyone found the fuel gauge yet, by the way, guys? One thing I'm worried about is fuel. No idea what a burn rate of a Felon is.
I'm just gonna wait for the lovely lady to tell me fuel 1500.
Is that how you live your life? Is that how you live your life, Simba? Wait until you got no fuel. Works for me.
Just doing what the important lady in the life tells me to do.
Yeah, she does. I'm picking up loads of what we call nails, value viewers. That is search radar beeps. There's beeps every time a search radar goes over our plane. It must be from the S-400 sites and our AWACS, because I doubt the Raptors will have their radars on yet. Yeah, it must be these S-400s. They work fine against non-stealth targets, but as soon as you put a stealth in, an American stealth in, the S-400 doesn't fire at it. I'm pretty sure they would do in real life. Most people accept they would do at about, within low ranges, obviously, like 20 miles or something. So it's something we've got to address at some point. It's just, the list is always too long, unfortunately. Right, and with the AI there, you can see the AI there. Let's check our progress so far. 31 nautical miles, and we've burnt an unknown amount of fuel. We're approaching the exclusion zone, the roleplay exclusion zone. Now, what a grump and we know what the AI are going to do. The AI are just going to go there, because I programmed them, and just do a thing. What's Grump and Violet Moon going to do? Are they going to go there? Are they going to go there? Are they going to go there? What can they see? I don't know. Until I get Grump's footage, I'm not going to know what's going to happen. My instinct is telling me, though, to hide behind this AI. Because we can't really hide from the Raptors. The Raptors can see us at 40, 50 miles. But if I can hide behind in the middle of some AI, I might be able to get some cheap shots. Okay, distance to waypoint 1 is 173 kilometers. So you mentioned that Russia is having problems with exporting airliners and cargo planes, but why does that make a difference with Felon, Simba?
Well, it still has to do with same aircraft companies, R&D research, pumping money into being able to make it. This is kind of the downside of having a more communist-style government as opposed to a free market system where the companies that bring in income can reinvest it at their own will, whereas Russia may be choosing to take profits and invest it somewhere else.
I mean, geopolitics aside, I kind of wanted this plane to do fairly well. It looks awesome. It's, something for the Raptor to get its teeth into and fight, but from what I can see, it looks pretty hopeless. Not particularly stealthy, if what you guys say is right, and you probably are right. Its missiles aren't particularly good, clearly not as good as the A120D. Again, pretty much universally accepted, and definitely won't be as good as the the 260? But it looks like if American wants a good fight, you've got to go against the Chinese. Their J-20 Mighty Dragons are pretty much accepted as stealth planes, and building in large quantities, like over 100 units now, to match the F-22 Raptor. We're doing Ukraine at the moment. Again, value viewers, we like to do big things in big clumps, because that's just how we like to program the mods and get everything working, which is easier like that. So we're doing a few Ukraine missions, this kind of axis, and then we're going back to China, because we've got more Chinese tech we want to get working. Stay away from that roleplay line, Simba. We've done 60 nautical miles, about 75 statute miles. We've got, well, it tells me here, in fact, 130 kilometers to go, guys. Excuse me.
Cap, I'm going to stick to the NATO internationally agreed upon 15 miles from the coast of my territory.
So, Cannonball, what altitude do you think we need to be at? I can't work out. Here's the thing. If we're up high, the hostile AIM-120Ds will smack us down from long range. If we're down low, the AIM-120D struggles, as it would do in real life. The air pressure down low is high, the drag is high. Down low, the maximum an AIM-120D can do is about 20 miles, as I'm pretty sure it is in real life, which will give us a fighting chance. I'm almost tempted to go low and look up. I mean, I'm trying to find, what can the Felon do to beat the Raptor in real life? Can it go high and fight a high Raptor? No, it can't. It just can't do it. It hasn't got the missiles, it hasn't got the radar cross-section. Can it go low and look up? That might give it a fighting chance. So it's up to you, Cannonball, but I think I'm going to start heading down low.
Yeah, I think low's the way to go. It all depends on where they have their radars pointed.
Roger. Also, there's no harm turning our IRST on now, our electro-optical detector on the nose, distance for heat. It's almost certainly not going to work. I mean, almost certainly not going to pick a Raptor or a F-35 up. The distances and the speeds are just too high today. This is going to be like a nothing and then everything happens at once type fight, Valley Viewers. It's going to be nothing for half an hour and then all of a sudden everything happens and everyone's dead within 2 seconds. Because the tech is just so good. Excuse me. Got a nasty sword.
Roger, and waypoint 1 is Bulls, correct?
Yes, or very close to, yeah.
Roger.
What is that bit of landmass right there? I'm trying to work it out. Where the heck are we? That is whatever that is in Russia, Valued Viewers. I have no idea what that is. We're well over halfway there. We're 60% there now, guys. At the risk of moaning, Valued Viewers, I had intensive chemo 4 years ago. And since then, I basically have no immune system at all. So if I go within 10 miles of a cold, I immediately pick it up and get sick. It's so friggin' frustrating. But I'm technically still alive, so nothing's happening. I'm waiting for something to happen, but I don't know what. I don't dare turn my radar on because I'm going to alert the Raptors where I am. They'll triangulate. They can triangulate where I am if I turn my radar on. Guys, we are picking electromagnetic radiation up from our port side. That's the Raptors. Or the F-35s, probably the Raptors. Is that going to give us any particularly useful information at this point? Not really. All we know is that over there, which we knew anyway, and they've got their radars on, which is brave. Oh, hello! AI are doing a thing. Our AI guys are fighting. They've gone burners on. Right. Hang on. Just sit and think about this. Just chill for once. Right, guys. The AI... You can go in and fight now, Simba. We're under attack. The AI have gone in and fight the Raptors. I don't know what's going. I won't really know till attack for you. We'll get to see.
I just got a missile call.
Seeing anything. Roger, got friendlies below us. Okay, I see missiles out. 10 o'clock. It's going to be below us. Probably roughly Angels 20.
See it. Should we engage?
Let's see what it is. That is friendly target.
It's probably not on us. I'm going down. I'm heading towards the F-35s. Our mission is the F-35s at the end of the day. I'm going to let the AI fight the Raptors. Let Grump and that one get tied up. I'm going to go and try and find the F-35s. That is at the end of the day my mission. Wow, R-77s. I can see that. I can't see the hostiles, but go on, kill the Raptor. It's going to kill a Raptor. Yeah, Raptor down. Grump, suck it, baby. Felon. Best plane? Question mark? Did not expect that. Why is that happening, Valued Viewers? I don't know. I won't know until we see it. Oh, one's just gone down. One Raptor down, one Felon down. Another fight going on. Woo! Once advanced adder gets onto you, an R-77-1, there's not a great deal you can do to avoid it. Oh, he's shooting a missile back, look. Am I looking? I'm out of cockpit. Am I good? Cannonball.
You're a little high.
Alright, that'll do for now. Raptor down. 2 Raptors down. 1 Felon. Oh, shit. Sorry, Valued Viewers. That thing when I try and do everything at once. Ah, stupid plane. Just do what I say.
I've got bricks in front of me. 280, 285.
2 Felons down. That one that's going south is hit. Is RTV.
I got a break. Box 3.
Okay,
I'm gonna head to X-ray, go straight north to X-ray Tango.
Oh,
so
I
can
just
hopefully
nearly-
get in,
oh!
pull behind.
What
I
happened?
just got shot down.
Fuck. It's Grump.
Look out behind you.
Tally. Flaring. Where are you, you son of a bitch? Cap radar on.
He's flaring behind me. He's turning to the back to. I just got hit again.
God.
12 o'clock high.
Piss off, Grump, you F-bag. I can't see him. I can't see him. I see the missile. Barrel roll, flare, chaff, 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 chaff. Piss off, A-120D.
MLWS
I'm dead.
failure.
I'm hit.
ECM failure.
God damn it.
Hydraulics failure. MLWS
I hate you so much.
failure.
I didn't see him. Right, the good news, Valued Viewers, I can now go to cheat mode. It was Grump. You bell end. And there's a dogfight going on. Simba, we need you! Oh, and the F-22s have already delivered their bombs. The F-35, oh, they're too
One of
low.
our AI is shooting.
Watching.
I think it F-35s.
Yep, it is. Look at what's going on here, valued viewers. You can't script
guy's
this
a
shit.
zero.
That's a Winchester Raptor. Oh, in the face. He's down. No, he's not. What the hell? Yes, he is. Yeah. When the Raptor ignores him, it means he's dead. It's just the graphics aren't set to blow up or something weird. Those.
He's still alive on F-10.
Roger. Probably I don't know. Those adders are still going. Those adders might track. No, they haven't tracked. Stealth the lightning. Man. Simba Wimber, it's all up to you.
Oh, that got him.
Well, that was just as hard as I thought it was going to be. Basically, we just go along and get blown up without knowing that they're there. America! Simba, you might as well just burn 090. It's you against all of the lightnings. Okay, we killed... Good news, we killed 2 Raptors. That's not an easy thing to do.
And you never got them on EO, correct?
I saw their missile trail and I was dead. I would just go full blitz on. We're going to watch the F-35s bombing, if they haven't already bombed, which they probably already... Oh yeah, they've already bombed the tanks. Incredibly inefficiently by the looks of it, but it's kind of an AI problem. No, there he goes. CB-97's going out. Is this what they would use? Yeah, wind-corrected CB-105, sorry. It's very possible they would use these weapons. They're not always going to use guided weapons, sometimes. Thrusters are just the best for the job. Right, watch this, valued viewers. This is when all S hits the fan. They are kind of semi-intelligent pucks that come out and track targets. Cap, the T-90s aren't moving. It's just a token target. I could have put anything down there. Radar sights. Boom. Well, America win decisively. Can Simba save any face? One good news is they don't know he's there. Like the boys said, they don't know he's there. Simba can't see anything. We can't vector him anywhere because it's cheating. You've got to run into whatever you run into, Simba.
Got target, Fox 3.
Oh, Violet has seen a thing. Look at the difference there. 23 miles. They've found Simba, and there is not much he can do.
This is Pitbull.
Grumps found him. Great play by Simba and Violet. Just smashed our faces in completely.
Oh, way.
Yeah. They've even got a Block 2 Aimline X out.
Alley players.
Here's the thing. These missiles are very beatable. If you go low and you notch, these missiles are just as beatable as a Legacy AMRAAM. They
Who's
can't...
firing AIM-9Xs at these
It's
ranges?
just Violet being Violet. Violet's all emotion and no logic, as you'll all learn, valued viewers. But she's great still.
I see a lot of smoke.
Simba, you're literally flying Mother Russia's last felon.
Oh, poor old Simba. Tried bloody well. Sorry, Simba. AIM-120D a bit too good. Probably a bit better than Israel. Oh, you cheeky bastard! You notched it.
Splash. I got 1 hit on Simba.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Not that one.
Not that one. Yeah. Oh, well. We tried.
As far as I'm tracking, that he said that was last man. Oh, I got a hit on Simba as well.
You know, it's dead, valued viewers, but it's not, modelled to actually blow up. So, it's dead. We tried, guys, we tried. Right, let's go watch a tactical replay of that and see what on earth happened. Oh, man, these matches are getting so freaking good and realistic. It makes my pants go something. I mean, we knew we were going to struggle, but I'm really hoping we're going to do a bit better. Anyway, let's go. So, blah, 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 take off, blah, 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 blah. Off we go. Long way to go, so everyone can conserve fuel. Super Cruise did exactly what they need to do. We sent Simba out to Crimea to patrol Crimea because we weren't sure if you were going to go around there or not. So we let him out there and did his Simba thing. Okay, Raptors detected us. It was AI. It was AI that detected us first, actually, not my guys. Probably the boys were a bit too far forward, actually, looking at it. Excuse me. The AI Raptor detected us at 60 miles. So they could see us with their radar at 60 miles. They can't fire at 60 miles, but they know there's a thing. They know there's a brick. They know there's a return there. And that's because 0.2 meters squared radar cross-section, as you guys tell me. F-35s on target. Okay, now here's the interesting thing. How about that? At 50 miles, the Su-57s actually detect the Raptors, or do they? Or do they detect... I think they detect... There's either two things. Either it's detecting the Raptors, or possibly it's because these guys are now highlighting these guys with their radar and firing missiles, that these guys are just kind of going on these guys' signal, if that kind of makes sense. Or it could be that these guys are jamming and that they can see their jamming strobe. I don't know. That much we just don't know. What I can tell you is meteors are out at this range. Well, meteors went out earlier today than they did in my test at 50 miles rather than 40.
You mean 120Ds?
Sorry, yeah. Yes, they're called meteors because I keep forgetting to change the name in here, by the way. They are AIM-120Ds. Why are they going out a little bit earlier? I don't know. Maybe because there's 3 targets. They're easier to see. I don't know.
When I called nose worm, yeah, we started getting a couple of bricks.
One thing to note, Grump, I don't know where your radars are pointing, but at this point, the AI are notching you. That would have made them much harder to see. But you should have seen me and Cannonball because we're head on. Anyways,
Yep.
carry on. AIM-120Ds fired at 50 miles.
Well, y'all were also below 10,000 feet. We were above 50,000.
Yeah, duly noted. It's all going to make a difference. And there, here's an... R-77s are going out much earlier than they were before. No, they're not. Doesn't matter. It wasn't an R-77. So, AIM-120s are smashing in. 2 guys get hit and are out. 1 guy carries on and gets through the melee and fires an R-77 at his maximum firing range of 14 miles. So that holds true to the testing. Where did this AIM-120 come from? Oh, it came from that guy, look. That guy snuck through and attacked us two from the flank. SOB, and that missile just went over the top. And you know what?
Oh, that's what I saw. I saw some missiles being engaged low into our 10 o'clock.
That was my fault, valued viewers. I wasn't low enough. At that point, I should have been concentrating in cockpit and flying at 50 feet, and I would have survived that AMRAAM. But I was trying to look at the SA screen at the same time. So, right, anyway, this guy, Hero Felon, gets through, gets a missile out. He hasn't been hit yet. Hits a Raptor and dodges a AIM-120. Hero of Soviet Russia, or whatever the award's called. Cannonball cops that missile there.
No, that one misses me.
Oh, that one misses. Look at that. Look at that. Good notch. I know a Raptor goes down because I saw it live. Yeah, Raptor goes down there to an advanced adder. This guy dodges these AMRAAMs. Apart from that one who gets him. So now all AI are down. Apart from... No, I don't know. Actually, it didn't hit him. Yes, it did. It did hit him. He's been hit now. And who's this? Oh, this is the AI. He pushed through it. Goddamn Mark 1.5. And he's smashing us down now. That's who hit Cannonball. Point blank. Alright. This guy is dead. Well, he should be dead. He's been hit by 2 freaking AMRAAMs. AI damage model is not working very well for Su-37. 57 looks like. Okay, I've got a meteor coming from Grump. And I run into it, and there's basically nothing I can do, and I'm dead. All that happens then is this guy goes wild. Is somehow still alive, even though I'm pretty sure he shouldn't be. But anyway, shoots F-35s, but they dodge anyway. Raptor finishes them off with a Sidewinder. And the F-35s dodge anyway. This guy gets chased back. He's just dead anyway, look. Simba comes in, does a dang fine effort, but there's no way you're beating Grump and Violet with AIM-120Ds. Does dodge a bunch of them, which is fair enough. Look at that. And then finally he's dead. Ooh, so 2 Americans were killed and all of the Russians were wiped out.
Also, I don't think Grump fired that meteor at you.
It's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. No, it came over from...
Delivery from overseas.
Oh, son of a... It wasn't even fired at me. Look at that. It was spoofed off an AI, flew past him, and locked onto me. Look, you see where it locks onto me there? It changes course. Wrong place, wrong fecking time, or what? That's Supercap luck. Welcome to Supercap. All right. And then we had a cheating one AI go there, but he didn't really make much difference anyway, guys. So, can Russian Su-57s defend Russia from American stealths? Not really. They haven't got any of them hardly, and the ones they've got apparently can't do much damage. They might take a couple of Raptors down, but otherwise it's going to be a wipe fest. Did anyone learn anything else from that?
I learned that next time we have a little bit more wiggle room, we can probably go in nose warm and be fine.
Yeah, we learn a lot during these war games as well. about what we can get away with and what we can't, because it's the only time you really get to test properly. Single player, you can't really test it. Guys, next Monday we'll be doing the big kind of finale of Ukraine, and then we'll be moving back to China for a little bit, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you later.